Hi, this is Isabel Parlett, the Soundbite Shaman, here with another inspirational insight about how you can build a foundation that lets you make money in fresh new ways, bringing your original work out into the world. This is part 2 of our 3-part series about the most common online message missteps, the ways that sometimes we undermine or weaken our online presence and message. Last time we talked a little bit about saying too much and trying to include too many themes and threads. Today I want to talk about a common misstep I've seen that can really undermine your audience's confidence in your ability to deliver on what you promise. And it relates to how you talk about your process and your methodology. Now, some of you may have actually heard that you shouldn't talk about your process and methodology. And I actually don't think that's correct. The key is really in how you talk about your process. When I look at somebody's web page, what I'm really talking about is sometimes what I see is that they're making a very clear, compelling promise, but they're not saying enough about how they deliver on that promise. And that's where the problem comes in. Or they may be saying something about how they deliver on the promise, but it's so free-flowing that there's no kind of shape and structure to it, and it becomes hard for the reader to walk away and remember what the heck it was you said about how you deliver on your promise. So when I teach groups or work with my private clients, I like to explain it like this. And let's just say, for the sake of a demonstration, that I'm a business consultant and my promise is very simple. It's that I can help you double your income. And so the first way that I'm going to give you 2 ways that I could say it, and I want you to notice what the difference is. So the first way I might say that is I might say, my name is Isabel Parlett, I'm a business consultant, and I can help you double your income. And it's going to be so great when you have that extra income. You are going to feel so confident. It's just going to be wonderful. You're going to be able to really have clients you can do your best work with. It's going to be great. And the way that's going to happen is I'm going to be your partner, and I'm just going to guide you through this whole process. Right? So that leaves one kind of impression. Or I could say it a little differently, right? I could say, I'm Isabel Parlett, I'm a business consultant, and I can help you double your income. And the way I'm going to help you do that, and I would say all the same things, right? Oh, it's going to be so great. You're going to love having the money coming in. It's going to boost your confidence, and you're really going to start to be able to work with clients that you can do your very best work with. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to be your guide as you tackle the 3 most critical ingredients to dramatic business growth. And those 3 ingredients are, number 1, to develop a product or service that has no competition. Number 2, to diversify your income streams. And number 3, to remove yourself as the business bottleneck. So that leaves a kind of different impression, doesn't it? Which one do you find more believable? Which one would have you feel more confident that I could actually deliver on my promise? And which one better helps you picture or visualize what you might experience if you worked with me? So that's just a quick demonstration of the power of adding a little structure and a little substance to describing how you do what you do with people. Now, every now and then I do run into someone who says, who has a concern about being overly simplistic, who has a concern, who says, I don't like structure. Maybe I don't like structure myself, or what I do is so different for each person. or who feels like, look, I don't want to be out there in the world implying that there's a simplistic, whiz bang, fail proof formula for solving whatever the very real complex challenges are that you help people to solve. And I'm not suggesting you do any of those things. It's simply that you think about doing your audience the favor of helping them see inside what you do a little bit and giving them a little shape and structure to it by saying that there's 3 elements or 4 ingredients or 5 principles that give some shape to what they will end up experiencing if they work with you. Because if you think about it, asking someone to hire you is a real leap of faith. And so you make that leap of faith easier and safer for them if you show them a little bit more of the structure and the substance of how you deliver on your promises. And the structure can be light, it can be fluid, it doesn't have to be linear, but it just really helps people to feel like what you're offering is more tangible. And, this works actually even better in writing than verbally, like I've just done it, because your eye can actually see those bullet points or those numbers, and there's actually a visual distinction that communicates that substance. So what can you do? I recommend you go ahead and take a look at a couple of the pages on your website, your home page, and maybe 1 or 2 other key pages, and ask yourself, am I giving my reader enough specificity and clarity about what's going to happen if we work together? Not like the blow by blow first thing, then second, you don't want to get into too much detail, but am I giving them some feeling that there's some substance here? I'll be back soon with part 3 of our common ways we get off track with our online presence and message. Until then, here's hoping you find all the words you need to shout out your message and rock the world.